I am lucky to know quite a few people, and this is a person who I should have met a long time ago. Her name is Colleen. She's absolutely fantastic. She does really cool stuff. And we finally got to connect recently in person at an event in London. But she's got a pretty cool story, and I think it's important that she shares it. Go for it.
Well, I mean, I got into tech on a bet. It started with a conversation with an exec at a company we partnered with. A company that I used to work with, it's a software company for microscopy. What we did is we were Google Maps for microscopes to detect cancer. So it was great. And we partnered with a software company who specialize in C++ and embedded software and stuff like that. So I decided to lend my branding manager skills for this company. That's it. I knew it was tech, intimidating, whatever. So we were invited to one of their summits in Berlin. It was nice. A lot of guys, a lot of white males. And as a brand manager, helping out with the exhibit booth, I was just doing my thing. It was great. Lots of friendly people. And then, the after hours with beers and, hanging out with the Germans and everybody from all around the world, there's a lot of guys. And so I had the liquid courage to ask, hey, where are all the women at? Where are the people that look like me? And this was to the exec. Great guy. The company's name is KDAB. They're fantastic, really friendly. And he gave me a nice positive answer. He's like, that's a great question. It's our ongoing efforts. It's really positive. It's just, they are working on their strategy. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm listening in and I'm like, you know what? Is it really that hard? That was my Legally Blonde response. Is it like hard? He's like, well, I don't know. You tell me. I was like, well, I don't know. I always thought that tech was intimidating. But do you think I could do it? He's like, I don't know. Can you? I'm like, well, I don't know. I've seen the hours. I've seen the behaviors. I've seen the silence. I've seen the concentration. I mean, I'm in marketing. What the heck? He's like, I think you could do it. I was like, really? He's like, I bet you could do it. I was like, okay. So it's really weird. So I'm always up for a bet. And if he had that enough confidence in me, I was like, okay, that's wonderful. So 2 coding courses and Python books for dummies later, I did it. I survived. It was tougher than I thought, I will admit, especially on my brain. Actually, I would rather give birth to 2 sets of triplets than go through another coding class. It was really rough, but that was just to me. And I think had a lot to do with my attitude going into it. I probably should have had a different mindset, but I did it. And the cool thing about going into tech is that somebody bet on me that I could do it, even though they knew I didn't really have a tech background. So I kept that mindset after I completed it. And then when I told them that I completed it, he was just like overjoyed. I'm like, wow, this is a great community I want to be a part of. And ever since, I just never looked back. I've always if there have been opportunities to go back into hospitality, I used to do stuff in restaurants and do event management there. But if there's an opportunity in tech, I will take that, above all. So I really enjoy being in it, but it was all because of the bet. And now, because of that, because of the whole women and misrepresented communities, I have a passion for that. I want to make sure, in my sense, if I'm going to do anything on my lifetime here on this planet, is to make sure that I make a difference and find other people who can make a difference in that community to represent in tech, just based on my positive experience. So that's my quick story.
Okay. And for an even quicker one, yeah. What's the, if you could choose one problem and one problem only, what would it be? And what would your solution be?
One problem?
Yeah. What's the biggest problem that you find yourself talking about all the time that people just aren't getting?
I used to think it was my problem, but I really do think the uncomfortability that some people have based on what they see and their inexperience. That's my problem. I wish there were more people to be open-minded about people they don't understand. Like, for example, I mean, this is not as quick as I would like, but if you see me on the floor at a conference or a showcase floor, have the opportunity to speak to me before your mindset speaks, or don't go past because you're missing an opportunity of something you don't know just based on your uncomfortability to expand and to I don't know, acknowledge even. I mean, we're not all stereotypes. I'm guilty of it too. Sometimes I think I do it with some women. I'm surprised, but I'm not afraid. That's what I'm trying to get more people to do. Just get out of your uncomfortability. Is like, go and ask these people, hi, what are you doing here? What's your place here? And I find out I met so many founders and CEOs and women and people of color that are doing great things that I had no idea. And then some white males as well that are doing other things that I had no idea because I probably put them somewhere. But I'm not afraid anymore just because the uncomfortability that I used to have in asking, because it was intimidating to me because it was tech and I didn't have that tech background. So that's the problem I have, is that I think more people should not be intimidated or be uncomfortable to talk to people like me that don't look like themselves.
That's great. I think it's fantastic. Lots to learn. And this is, unfortunately a very short conversation that could go much further. You're out there, you're fighting the good fight, you're being public about it, you don't back down. And I think that's a very, very strong message and encouraging for people, regardless of their background. And we can all learn a lot by letting our guard down a little bit and not just jumping to those quick assumptions. So, Colleen, yeah. I thank you.
Well, Bart, that's how I met you. I saw you. I'm like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
I got to meet him. He's on LinkedIn and sunglasses and rapping about data on Kubernetes. I'm like, I got to get to know this guy.
Somebody said something about sunglasses. Yeah. Yes, I appreciate that. Embrace your differences and don't hide. Don't feel ashamed about anything. So yeah, that's great. Okay. Thank you very much, Colleen.
Thanks,
Pleasure.
Bart.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.